Hi friends, welcome to our channel Chem Achievers. I am Pranish. Now I am discussing about dihydroxylation. Dihydroxylation is very important topic in organic chemistry. Dihydroxylation participating in normal reagent as well as asymmetric also. Now I am discussing dihydroxylation. First point we take this Woodward and Prevost condition. Why I am directly take this is simply dihydroxylation reagent here use here simply use of dihydroxylation reagent is I2, the silver salt and chlorine. Dihydroxylation means two OH groups come to double bond. Here CuPH after hydrolysis this will come, OH will come. Okay, I just wrote their AOC as a salt form, ester form. Okay, means here if I use this type of reagent, so this will form. But main difference is there the stereochemistry. Here is trans and here is cis. So in dihydroxylation means in one double bond is there and it will act through some reagent and these two carbon position to OH group will come. Okay, or ester form. Here I wrote about this ester form. This CCl4 simple, this is trans. If I use this water, mainly water, it will become cis. So this is two scientists. This is called Prevost condition. This is called Woodward condition. Very important. You just remember what is the Prevost and what is the Woodward conditions. Woodward means water is used and Prevost means no water is there on dry. But you have to understand what is this rule of this water in this mechanism. Now I will discuss. Now I will discussing about the reaction mechanism. Proper reaction mechanism of this Woodward and Prevost both conditions. Okay, first you can see here I take alkene moiety, you also see na. So here iodine is there, 2I is there, then this silver is there, silver salt, and this silver salt is there. Okay, you will see then this will come here, this double bond, and that will go. Okay, so then that will come there. So what happened, this cycloiodopropanium ion is formed, and then what happened, then this group will attack, O minus CO R will attack. Okay, and then this will be formed because it is down, so it is up. If it is up, then it is down. So this is only related. So it will come here. Okay, here it will come, and then silver in presence of then what happened, it is attack there. Okay, so it will leave. So this is formed. Here you see this is from here both are oxygen. Okay, here you can see both are oxygen and this is R group is there. And what happened, here you see this type of motif will form, this will come, and here is positive is there. Okay, here positive will form, that positive I wrote here, that positive will stabilize by resonance. So this is the intermediate state of this reaction, and here it will decide it will go trans or cis. Now I will explain from this intermediate state to this both two condition. You have to understood. First here iodinium salt is formed, then it will attack by the ester remaining ester is ester group of this silver salt, and internally it will attack, and this is the positive this cationic pathway have generated. Now I will discuss through this. This is the exact picture of this Woodward and Prevost main reaction mechanism. See, here is this position is anhydrous condition. What will be the product? I told that trans product will mainly predominate because in anhydrous condition no water is there. So there is a silver salt from silver salt. This salt part will come and attack. Here it is up, so it will attack by down way. So this is the product. And if it is in hydrous, some water is there, so that will attack this carbon center. Okay, that will form. Then that will come and that will clip. So both here is a cis. Okay, so both here is a cis form. Previously I repeat again, if it is anhydrous condition, that this silver salt will attack and this will form, and if it is water is there, that will come here and this will form. Okay, So that's why it becomes cis and it become trans. You little bit study about these things. I already on time explained. If you have a doubt, then study little bit and you will be explained. Okay, this is the two major factor for trans and cis diol formation by a Woodward and Prevost conditions. Discussing about the dihydroxylation. Now I am discussing about dihydroxylation reaction occurred by two reagents, mainly osmium tetroxide and KMnO4. So this is simple. Here if you took some double bond and osmium tetroxide is there and KMnO4 is there, so it will form this type of dihydroxylation, but the stereochemistry is always become cis. These both reagent function as an cis. It always form cis diol, not a trans. So only this Woodward condition make trans diol. Okay, so this I explained because these two reagents are participating in dihydroxylation for only cis way. Okay, now I will discuss one example which came to 2017 June. Hi friends, here you will see that the main utilizes of two oxidizing reagent for this type of dihydroxylation. Okay, see, here is endo, is downside 2OH but cis. Here is exo, upside 2OH but cis. But they are asking what will be the reagent. In this case, what will be the reagent, and in this case, what will be the reagent. So they are asking as a multiple choice questions. This came 2017 June. Okay, this is very important. 2017 June question paper. That is the very good important. Okay, so what will be the reagent who forming this endo type, and what will be the reagent who become exo type. That is the main. Okay, yes. So then if it is up, so it is a less interaction with that. If it is down, then if it is two hydrogen is there, so that will be little bit interaction. That's why it's become up. So that's why this is exo will form. But in case of endo, previously I2 from what I2 from? Previously I2 from this type of cycloiodinium ion is there as a up, then remaining one will come down. So that's why dihydroxylation is down. Understood? First one is KMnO4. This type of complex formed by cis way. Cis way means up way, exo way, because this is less interaction in this side. But if it is downside, this ring is down. So here is little bit interaction is there. If it is exo, little bit interaction. But if it is up, no interaction is there because only one 3-member ring is there. So it will be exo. But in presence of this, so iodinium ion will form. This cyclopropane iodinium ion, here I will write, that will via this. So up. So iodinium ion is up. Okay. If it is up, then it will come to down, this nucleophile. Okay. So that's why it become down. Understood? So this is the two uses. This is the two different reagent used for different orientation dihydroxylation. So this came 2017 June. This type of reagent every time they will ask. Okay. Dihydroxylation occur in double bond. Okay. If it is not a double bond, no dihydroxylation will occur, no, because in double bond or in alkene, what will be the arrangement of alkene to give asymmetric dihydroxylation? Because if the alkene have containing different group in their position, both position, so what will be the product? It is cis, NT, it is syn or NT. That is the main thing. Or upside or downside. If it is come, this dihydroxylation happen to both are down or both are up, that will define the side group of this alkene. Okay. See, here I took one system. This is called system. This is RL. RL means I took it. This is alkene. This is RL means large group. And here you see RS means small group. And this is RM means medium group. And this is hydrogen, less priority. So RL and RM, if you arrange this alkene like way, this trans, large, medium, small. So if you consider this is a up phase and if you consider this is a down phase. Okay. So I use this dihydroxylation. Here reagent is osmium tetroxide and in asymmetric some ligand is always necessary. Asymmetric means no symmetry is there, because there is a some little bit difference about symmetry, and in asymmetric reaction you should always use ligand. Ligand is must, because he is design the orientation. Ligand is responsible for orientation. Okay. Now, so this here, if it is go, this dihydroxylation also beta phase means downside, they always use this DHQ. DHQ means the dihydroquinoline moiety. Dihydroquinoline means one cinchona alkaloid. You can see the structure of DHQ because it is very weak structure. That's why I not wrote here. If it is very DHQ dihydroquinol moiety, there is a one cinchona alkaloid. There is a arrangement of stereochemistry. You also see, and here in up phase DHQD. DHQD means it is same some change in the this ligand, orientation of this ligand you can see. So it simply use dihydroxyquinoline and DHQD dihydroxyquinoline diene some rearrangement is there. Okay, so you can see this system RL, RS, RM, H. If it is there, then this reagent are used, it will come to this side, dihydroxylation happen, and if it is there, it will come to upside. Understood? This system always possible. If the structure is not there, you have to arrange this system. At that time it will be easy for you. You will see the two example of asymmetric dihydroxylation. Okay, here I took this moiety. See, this is double bond, this is down OAC group, you will see now, and then Cu, and this will be the one ring. And if it is this condition, here osmium tetroxide salt, there is a many reagent but it is same, and this is potassium hexacyanopyrrate, and this is DHQD ligand, and this is solvent, and this is some base. Okay, so there is a many reagent as there, don't confuse about, only confuse about what is the ligand they are using and what is the oxidizing reagent they are using for dihydroxylation. Okay, and this what is the product, I said that DHQD they are using. Okay, so the DHQD they are using means, you just consider as previous concept, what will be the product, the up phase product. Up phase means it will dihydroxylation occurred by up phase. So what will be the product, this is up, and you can see the condition, you can see what will be the arrangement. What is the RL? RL means RL, RM, here see, this is RM, if you consider this is RM, and this is considered RL. Okay, and here is hydrogen and here is hydrogen, so this is small. So this is RL means this is whole group RL, and this is RM, you just consider it, this is one cyclomember and this is RL. So that's why it come to up phase. DHQD means up phase, so already system is ready like that. Okay, and whatever this down, whatever the ligand they will use, here you can see DHQ, you can see now, I will write this arrow here, and DHQ is there and FAL is there, all reagent are same. I actually changed this, D is there, here not a D. Okay, only Q, so there will be the change. Then what will be the, this is down means if you consider this is RL, RM, this is always down phase. So this two ligand is responsible for the orientation of two OH group in asymmetric dihydroxylation. Now you have to understood DHQD, DHQ, and oxidizing reagent is used, and what will be the orientation of two OH group. Clear? Here you will see another example of simple dihydroxylation. These all reagents are same, previous like that. So what will be the product? This 2 OH is upside. Previously I told na DHQD means up. If up, the upside, this OH will come and this will be the product. If it is DHQ, so what will be the product? So there is a OH is always down. So I just given one example for your reference purposes. So over na. Dihydroxylation you little bit understood. Dihydroxyamylation is there, you also see. Next video I will upload on dihydroxyamylation.